All right. Once more, welcome back, guys. Today we are going to grade this together, and I would want you to pay attention and follow what I am doing in case you are finding it hard to color grade any image. Now, this is my workflow. I have my note tree saved already, but because I want to show you how it's been done, I'll clear this out completely. I'll clear like this. Now this image came looking this way from pixels because that was where I downloaded it. You could you notice it has more colors and all that. So I'll just put in my pipeline, my workflow rather, and sorry, hold on. Yeah, this is the one I'm supposed to put here. Yeah, this is my workflow. This is how I grade normally, except maybe I want to add one or two things, then yeah, I do that. So for this, I would paste what I have here already. Simply, I just came to my color. I changed the inputs color space to Rec 709, and converted it into a sunny footage. So me converting it to a sunny footage, now I can apply any LUT on this, mostly my sunny LUTs and all that. Let me just show you. I have the LUTs in the description in case you want to get. Like this is one of my LUTs here. You can see this is one of my LUTs. All I need to do is just come to the beginning of my node and start reducing my brightness. You can see the LUT is working pretty fine. I can just decide to change. These are another different LUTs. Can you see? Good to go. So I'll just put this off and reset our exposure node. So now this is me. I have this whole image looking this way, and well, this is good to go. Would I want to use my LUTs or not? I'm still thinking. Let me see what's the difference. So you can see what my LUT is doing. So if you have, like, you got any image and it's from a sunny, I think I like this because it gives a different feel. Yeah, it gives a different feel. I like this. But anyways, I'll keep this LUT off. We are going to grade this whole image together, then we'll come back and do the one with the LUT, so you would see what we have here. So first thing I want to do here is I'll take this node off because I don't need it. So first thing is to fix my exposure in this image. You can see that this image came with a blown out exposure. How am I going to fix this? Different ways. In my exposure node, which is the first, I can decide to come to global and like, can you see, and just bring down the entire image. Make sure I'm looking at my vetroscope, my parade rather, pardon me. So I want to check the skin. Is it sitting where it's supposed to sit? No, not yet. So now I can start adjusting my image. I'll bring down my lift to a point which I think is okay. I want to push my gamma, and as I'm pushing my gamma, I'm checking my skin. Not always you have to do this checking of the skin. Sometimes you just have to go and be creative in the way you can be. I think I will stop here, and my next node here will be where I would, which is my contrast node. You can see contrast, my node 3. I'm using DaVinci white gamma, so the middle grade for a DaVinci white gamma curve contrast is 0.0336. This is me pushing it out completely. I'll take it back and I'll push it to a point where I think I'm okay with. I'll stop here. Now looking down here, I want to fix my curve still. Pick my midpoint. I'll select the edge and I want to bring it down to this point. I'll make sure that my highlights and my shadows are just sitting well without blowing out my image. So if let's say I add my LUTs now, it's too harsh now because of the work I've done, so we'll leave the LUT. Just back to my exposure node, which is the first one. Still going to just fix my curves, my lift a little. Now back to my curve. If I take my curve, you see where we had before. But with the curve now, the image is looking Good. This is how powerful these tools can actually work for you. So what's the next thing I want to do? I want to fix my white balance. There are different ways to fix your white balance. So looking at my curve, looking at my vetroscope, I can tell that almost everything is sitting cool. Is okay. Um, Let me check my vetroscope. Not every image, excuse me, requires serious white balance like that. And just because I need a little separation, I'll just bring my gain to this level. So before, after, it's just a little change that is not even noticeable. So my saturation here, there are different ways of doing saturation, which we have the HSV, the different one, but I'm not doing the HSV today, and I'm not doing the normal dragging of saturation. If you've been following my channel, you notice I've been using this method I want to use now. So let's just come to our RGB mixer. I'll just click 5 in the greens, 5, and in my blues, 5. You can see how too much this thing, the image is saturated it. So how I do most times, I just push down my saturation completely. So let's redo it, cancel my saturation all, and then my RGB, the same thing, just 5. I just showed you how it looks without you adjusting it, and 5 again. Can you see? Why is my, oh, okay, sorry, let me reset this and take down my saturation down completely. Good. So now my image is on black and white. So let's do the same thing. 5, 5, 5. Mind you, you must not have to put yours in the black and white, but I like doing it this way so that when I start pushing my saturation, I can have control to the point I think is okay for me. So I think I want to stop at 25 because I'll still have to correct this image, this saturation to the point at which I want. So how about we do 26? Okay, good. 26 is not bad. So from here on, we are going to continue our work, and we make sure we do great work. Now I brought this close because I want to be able to see other colors to select. Now I don't have a look in mind that I would want us to use, but I'm thinking of using one of the DaVinci's LUTs. Now this is another way I found out that I can apply LUTs, or I can still grade this whole image without using any LUT. It is very possible. So let me try my first method, and let's just do color. No, I don't like this. So how about we apply this again, and let's come to our curve and pick a midpoint. I'll take away the editable spline, and I push this to this level. I push this back to this level, and push my midtones. Let's see. Nah, it's not going, guys. So just know that this is why sometimes I just come online to give you a breakdown, because most times when you grade, you deliberate, no matter what or how good you are. There are images that you have to keep deliberating. So I'll just clean this up back. I don't think that will work. I'll use this other node. Now this is more harsher. I could just step down the contrast to this point, and at the same time I'll come to my key output gain and start bringing my key output gain down. So before, after, you can see the change just before, after. I don't need too much change. And if you've been following my class, you would always remember I said little goes a long way than doing too much. See, if I take the saturation down, this is what we have with this. This is good to go. So for our greens now, what do we want to do? We can work on our greens, just make them look the way we want them to look. So let me take the saturation down first, and I'll boost it up to this level. Fix. Then in my hue versus hue, I'll select this green plus the part that has yellow. I want to see if I want everything to be green, no, or I think I like it with the touch of the yellow, so I won't do anything to that. Coming to the blues, this node here, I'll just write green. I'll put it back. Our saturation is back. In this next node, we'll just do our blues here. I will just select the entire blue in the hue versus hue. I'll click here, and then maybe just play with it till I see the type of blue I want. I'll select the cyan part too, and just so now I can decide to play the kind of blue I want. Good. I think I like this blue, so let's do before, after. Let me zoom this so you can see what I'm doing. You can take a look at this place. Before, after. You could easily even just click here, you see the selected point, and work with it, but I just wanted it to be wide open, so I had to like go with that. So let's keep watching our image. This is where we are now. Before, can you see where we are? We started from like this image looking washed, so this is where we are. Can you see where we are? Now here I want to fix the reds, so let's do this together. I'll select my reds. Now this red might affect the skin, and I knew that would happen, so this is where our qualifier comes in. We select what we want, and we adjust to the points we like. We clean our whites, we clean our blacks a little with the noise, and we'll blur radius a little. I'll name this node red node, and I'll clean up the node so you can see it properly. So now back, we can now select our reds again. So now just select red entirely instead of going to pick, and you can see I can now increase my saturation to the point I want, and it's not going to affect his face. So I think I like this. I'll come to the dark side, which is the hue versus luma, and I'll start this. If this is it, if it's bright, so but I want it to be dark, so I'll start bringing down our brightness to this level. So let's do before, after. You can see before, after. This is good to go. Let's push in. Yes, this is what we have. The funny thing is his skin is looking already so good already that I don't even think I need to do any adjustment for his skin. Most times my skin node is the last here. Why not I try to select it and see if I can do anything for him. Okay. Let's now, mind you, this image is breaking because it is not originally from the camera. I just got this online, and I wanted to show you guys what we can do when it comes to color grading. You get, so you can apply this method in any of your work. Trust me, if you know what you're doing, your image will come out looking great. So let's fix. And there are images that you don't even really need to fix skins because of how they look. So what I'm going to do is, instead of choosing to pick just his skin only, I'll just pick this circle and just make sure I see if he's sitting. You can see his skin is sitting in the skin tone line already, just like I said. So there's no need for us to even want to do any stressful whatsoever. So you know what I will do? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to select a circle like this, and here's the center of attraction, right? So here is our subject here. I'll just put this like this, and then I'll track this first. I'll just track this to a good point. Good. So now my tracking is done. I'll just extend this a little. Just push this to this point. Good. So what do I want to do now? I want to increase the brightness on him. I'll come to my curves. I like to use my curves sometimes to do this because I want to keep the saturation where it should sit. Now I'll stop somewhere around here, and I'll still add my contrast, and I'll come to my gamma here, and I'll still push till I'm okay. So before, after, can you see what we are doing? If I still want to fix the shadows around his face, I can still come to shadows. I just push shadows a little before, after. So this is where we are now. You can see what we are creating. Can you see? This is what we just did. So I think I would want to extend this to this point so that it can affect just him. Now this is good to go. I love what I'm seeing, and can you see? So I'm going to I would want to start tracking from down here so that his face and body can be tracked too. So let's track again and see. Okay, good. So not to waste your time, I think I'll stop here, and good. So I'll just keep the adjustment here, and in this node I can decide to create an outside node, but rather I will not create an outside node here. I'll create my outside node in this window here. I'll create a new node in this window, sorry, pardon me, not outside node, rather in this window, where I want to create a separation between him and the background. I can decide to use any of this shape, but I would still want to use the circle this time. Still, I'll just still open this, make it go this way, and then I invert this. All I need to do is to come to my primaries, and I'll start bringing down my gamma. I'll bring down my gamma to a point like this, or let me bring down my highlights and see. It's becoming too much. I think I'll just go with the gamma, and I'll reduce the contrast. As I do that, I'll still reduce the saturation as I do that, because I need it to like really balance. I'll just push the saturation back to like 40. To like 40. Yeah. Good. I still think I need to push this saturation still. And my contrast too, maybe I'll leave it at 900 or something. Good. So let's see how this looks. Okay, so before, after, you can see what we are able to do, right? This is what we are now able to do with our work. This is where we are now. These are just simple ways you can grade and follow your grid and do everything. This is my adjustment node. If I want to do a global adjustment or anything, now what will be the global adjustment down to? Looking at this image, I still want to add warmth to my image a little, so I'll just maybe push my warmth, which I'm using my temperature this time, and I'll just add a little tint of green to it. So before, after, you can see just what that little change has done. Now I'm back here. I'll just come to my window tool. I want to select just his head. Yeah, just his head to this point, and maybe I'll just increase the brightness of his head a little, and our contrast. So let me put this on the bigger screen so you can see what I just did. So before and now, can you see? We need to see who we are supposed to see. So this is what I just did. So if I'm going to track, I'll still have to track this to make sure it follows till it gets here where his head is still. Can you see? And I'll track it till it's open like this. So, and this is what we have before, after. You can see how these little changes are going a long way for us, making our work look good, beautiful. Now looking at this work, what do I want to do anymore? The sun is coming from this direction, I think. So what can I do? I can still decide to fake the entrance of the sun using another tool. I'll just select this way. Maybe I'll just open it up a little, and let me check my parade to make sure I'm not blowing out my lights. I'm still good. So let's just add a little direction. I'll add a lot of the direction, and then give it a. Can you see what I just did? Now this is what I just. So adjusting this, like the sun is coming from this angle, right? So the next thing I'll do now, I'll have to like do my. I'll feather this to this point and bring it in also. Now after this, all I need to do is to come to my key output gain, and I'll just drop this to like half. Let me even put it at 0.300. Did you see the change? Let me make this bigger so you see what I just did. So this is it on a bigger screen. So let's do before, after. This is before, this is after. This is before, this is after. Before, after. That was how I was able to achieve this to look this way. Now do we still want to apply our, what's it called, our glue? I'm not really a fan of using glue, but we can try. So let's try applying glue, and let's go with glue and see what our glue is going to give us here. So I will just take this to the soft light, and I'll bring it down to this point. I'll adjust my threshold to see what's my spread, to see how it will make my image look. Okay, good. I think I'm fine with this. All I need to do is just to blend this. So I'll step it down a little. I don't want it to be much. This is good. And then here is my curve, where I want to create my final S curve to give my work a sweet pop. Pop my work. Yeah, just to pop my work. I'll pop it like this. So before and this, we're good to go. What do I want to do? Here is my grain. I'm not going to add any other thing here. I'll just add up the grain. So film grain, and I'm sure after the adjustment we'll be good to go. I want to go with 35 mm. I want to change the texture of, let me make this a big screen so you see, and I'll increase the strength to this level and the opacity so you can see. I hope YouTube allows you to see. I'll go to advanced and I'll reduce it from the mid-tone, that's from where the skin is, and maybe just drop it a bit, and I'll clean up my node. Good. So let's see this. Now this is what we were able to create. It's looking beautiful, looking good, with everything inside of DaVinci. We came all the way from this, all the way from this, right? All the way from this to this. This is what we're able to create. So if you followed me throughout this whole session, then congratulations, you can now color your work. Anyways, thank you for coming back to my YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Drop your comments. If you want me to work on anything new, or you have a topic you want me to discuss, feel free to put it in the comment section and I'll take a good look at it. So for now, this is where we stop today, creating this beautiful look, and I'll see you all in my next class. Goodbye.